welcome back to Guessagaingaming, playing Watch Dogs Legion. As I showed you in the last mission, I just did a mission, recruit an agent, where I ran in, no stealth, and just did it, shoot everybody, don't try and hide, and just walked in and blew everybody away. And so, just to show you the difference, I'm going to attempt to do a stealth mission, where I try not to get caught as long as possible. And see how it goes. It may not work out that I don't get caught as long as possible, but you never know. And so for this mission, the only difference is I picked someone who has a silenced pistol. Now you may not have that, but if you don't, that's fine. You sometimes get silenced MK machine guns, and that's fine as well. And if you don't have any of those things, the hand-held non-lethal pistol you get when you upgrade it, that's also works like that as well, so you can put a silencer on that. So you don't have to have a silencer. If you haven't got anything with a silencer and you're doing a mission like this early where you want to do stealth, then what you would want is someone who's got possibly a heavy weapon. And what I mean by that is, he said, let's find somebody. Oh, okay, her. So there, she's got a light melee weapon, a lead pipe. So you'd want somebody who's got some kind of heavy or light melee weapon, so when they take down somebody, they can hit them very hard from behind. And that works actually. So sometimes it works better than a silencer because you just have to run up behind them. You can take down people without those as well, so there's no prerequisite of something you need. You can do a stealth mission from the get-go with just a person who can take someone down from behind. Anyway, one thing I would say, this is a destroy something mission. If you have a mission where you have to destroy anything, and that includes cars, vans, tech, anything, try to have a bigger gun. So in this case I've just got a shotgun, or a machine gun, because if you only have someone with a pistol, whichever kind of pistol, even a normal handgun, it can take a while to shoot those things, and sometimes in those things that can be annoying because you run out of, you actually literally do, you can run out of ammo because you've already used quite a lot of ammo on the mission, or it can be annoying because you're standing there trying to shoot up a van and destroy it, and while you're doing that, the enemy's reinforcements are coming, so you don't really want to be hanging about. Another thing, I don't think I've ever mentioned this, there's quite a few missions in this game where it says there's a mission where it has to steal a van for somebody, or steal a car, because it's a recruitment mission and you have to steal the car, and it will say something like drive it into Thames. I think there's a couple of other missions where you've got to drive a bomb into Thames, and just so you know, you don't have to drive it into the Thames. I didn't know that originally, and I went all over the houses trying to find how to get to the Thames. I mean, I know London and I know the map here, but it's not easy because you're trying to drive a car in a small amount of time with a bomb, or in the case of drive a car into Thames because someone hates the person who had the car or whatever, then you're trying to do it without being picked up by chase drones and blockades, and it's annoying. So the thing where you need to get a car and then they want you to destroy it, just don't, it says you can drive into Thames, just shoot it, you don't need to drive into Thames. And the mission where there's a bomb in a car, you don't again have to drive into Thames, you can just drive it to a near street when there's no bystanders and just leave it there. And if there are bystanders, actually it doesn't really matter. I mean, don't drive into the middle of the main high street, but if you leave it in the street and someone's walking past, then you know that's collateral damage. You've saved a lot of lives. So here we are in this mission, which will be much more difficult than the last mission. It will be anyway, because this is one of the most difficult enemy installations that you go to. It's like a barracks. So this in itself is more difficult. If I was doing the run in and shoot everyone mission, this would have been more difficult. So this is how it works out. So we can see that person down there, and all you want to do, doesn't matter if you miss the first time. The important thing in this is to remember that you can shad people, so always remember to do that on a mission like this. And also remember that as long as you shoot in that's if it's the non-lethal gun, anything, if you get them before they shoot, you won't be alerting everybody else. It's when they shoot. If you're using a silencer, you can shoot someone like I just shot that person like 6 times before I hit them properly. But as long as you get them before they get off a shot, you're fine. When you're doing these stealth missions, don't arm traps, because what can happen is a guard may walk into a trap and set it off, and that will blow your stealth. So don't set traps. So again, in a stealth mission, we're not trying to kill everybody at all. That's not the plan. So we don't need to go around shooting everyone necessarily. But you don't quite know what you want, and I don't know what I want. There's a guy, that little key thing means there's a key, and we may need that to get into the next part. So I'm not sure if we do or not, but you don't want to run up somewhere and then find it. Like I said, sometimes it's easier to run up to people and take them down. If you have a melee weapon, that's even better. But I mean, shooting someone when you're running can be good, but I didn't want to do that. Don't get into a car accidentally. I meant to do the shroud thing, but I was too near the vehicle. So sometimes shooting people with trying to silence pistol, which is very directional. When you're trying to kill them, that can be annoying. And you don't want to do that. So, yeah, if you get the chance, run behind them, knock them out. Don't necessarily shoot them, because it can be difficult. So we've taken down a few people. Like I said, the plan in this mission is not to kill as many people as possible. Sometimes in a different mission it might be beneficial, especially if there's not that many enemies, to wait and actually kill them all. But in this kind of barracks thing, there's probably quite a lot, and there's drones as well, so you really don't want to. It's always worth waiting for your shield to recharge, if you can see on the right when it's done that, because you might need that. And if you run into somewhere where you don't know what's going on and you've not let your shield recharge, there's a drone thing, that's bad. Let it go away. You won't be able to kill a big drone with a few shots, so that will definitely alert everybody else and blow your mission. Okay. So we know we're going to where that yellow thing is. These rooms will offer some cover. Sometimes the very top guards, those captains, you can't headshot them in 1 or 2 shots, so it's worth running up behind them, because you won't be able to kill them in 1 shot, and then they'll shoot you, and that won't kill you, but it will mean that your stealth is over. So yeah, in a normal mission I could arm the trap and that would probably take him out, but in this mission we're not going to try and do that. So we'll wait there, our shield recharging, and if I ran down there at him, it might be that he would see me, and then from that distance there's no way I'd get to take him down before he fired off a shot. So it's just going to stand there now. Okay. Taking people down is always successful, in all honesty. So if you take somebody down, that always takes them out. You don't have to worry about anything. What I forgot to do before is to pick up the key. That was like, but anyway, it's still there. I was so busy thinking about what to do next, I didn't pick up the key. Oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, so that's easy because we've taken the person down. I knew we'd want that key anyway, so we took that guard down and we needed the key. And you can go back and get it later, it didn't matter. So there you go, we need to go in there, we know that. We don't know what's in there, so. But we can see that drone, you can see it there. Oh, okay.
Time to do your destroying other people's property thing.
And now our cover got blown because no, that's actually good. It's good. It's a good much better to use that on that. Don't try and use silencer pistol on a drone. That's going to be bad. There you've got that thing we want to destroy. So, and yeah, don't use silencer pistols on drones. They take ages to kill with that, so that's not good. And actually, this has been a good example because we've got through most of it with stealth, and then you could see that actually what happened was there was a guy waiting in there in the corner, and what I should have done, and I didn't think, and maybe if I hadn't been videoing it for here, I would have thought maybe I wouldn't have done anyway, because it's easy to forget. I should have used my cloak, walked in, and then I would have seen him, he wouldn't have seen me, but I didn't, I just walked in. So there you go, that's a good example of things to look out for, because you think you're in an empty room, it looked empty, and that guy was just standing in the corner like you do. So now we can use either weapon because it doesn't really matter because it has stealth blown. You can see on the screen all the little icons for the enemies, those little moving little dots, they've all gone white. What that means is that they've kind of stopped looking, they're not on high alert. So if we could get out of here now without being seen, we could escape because they're not on high alert, so that would be good. Because we don't have any reason to shoot everybody, we don't need to. So exit's there, and if we can make it to the exit, we will. And we will be out.
That person who replaced you, it isn't a person at all, it's an AI. Honestly, their sophistication is quite
and we've escaped the area, so.
Excuse me?
The company that developed this new AI was on the precipice of decimating your entire industry overnight. Good thing DedSec got involved.
And we out. So there you go. That was a interesting stealth mission. Actually, it was a very good mission in the sense that it showed you kind of all the things. So we had stealth that worked very well in a place where there was quite a lot of enemy, and then it showed you how you can get caught even when you think you've done it all. You think you're safe, and you suddenly walk into a room where there's someone hiding in a corner. That can happen quite often, and that's a reason to always be on the ball. If you've got a cloak, use it. If you walk into a room where you don't know what's going to be there, walk around the corner, go to the top of a building and you have a stealth cloak, use it, because it saves you your cover getting blown, and you never know what's going to be there. There could be a drone, there could be three guards, anything, so you don't know. And also always remember to pick up the key if you kill somebody. That's another thing. Anyway, you can go back and get that. But so anyway, there you go. That's a little stealth mission completed. We did the walk and kill everyone mission, and the next game I'm going to be playing, because I'll leave Watch Dogs Legion again for a little bit, is Phoenix Point. It's a XCOM like, you've probably heard of it. It's an XCOM like element space like game, which is very complicated. It's certainly not a straightforward kind of game, but it's a very interesting game. It's a lot. It's so complicated. I've had to kind of think of how I'm going to do a video about it. But anyway, so the next time I'll be playing Phoenix Point and we'll be looking at that game. So anyway, thanks for watching, take care and bye.